Well, it's finally happening. Get this open, and we're gonna load this motor up. We gotta get this and there because of that. As y'all saw, this thing is blown up. She is set up and ready to go. She's been sitting here for what, the last month? Yeah, the last month, waiting for an engine builder to open up. So let's get it on the engine hoist, get it picked up, and get it set in here. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Got all the fancy tools. 7-ton, half-ton crane. And I believe this is the head that got boogered up. It is. Let's see. Yeah, this one, she is all right. That's the one that got boogered up. You can see it, the little chunk that came off of piston. This one right here. Chunk that came off. She bounced around in there.
Not the first one in, or not the first one that's in here right now. That's
You know, I mean, I know it did it too, man. I was sitting on two-step. I had two-step, and I mean, for the last, what, 2 years? 2-3 years?
Yeah.
I mean, man, I did burnouts after burnouts, especially for the birthday cruises and stuff like that.
yeah.
Two steps.
And what are we looking at? What do we got here?
So
LS3.
Yeah, LS3.
2011.
Yeah, 11.
Okay. And what are we doing?
I got a 416. I got everything inside.
I'm gonna open the stuff as we go, just so I can look at stuff. They balance it for you?
Yes, sir. Everything is pre-balanced. I do have a LS3 Texas Speed stage 3 cam.
I'll grab another one.
No, do what you gotta do.
You help with that one?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. And then I got the back killer right here.
Set it there and we'll
Go.
we gotta sort it. It's easier to catch if there's something obvious that's wrong
Oh, yeah.
as they're being dropped off, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the reluctant ring, make sure it's right. We can always change it and make it if it's not right, but so far everything's correct.
Balance and everything.
It is balanced. It does
Yeah.
have holes drilled in it, and it is balanced. So I'll look at all the paperwork that comes in, but you should be good. I'm looking for little things like the keys. They may or may not be in this box. If they're not, we can provide them. But it just helps us give you accurate numbers.
Okay. LS7 or the LS9 head gaskets. Don't really need the valley cover and the rear or the oil.
Whatever you want me to put on.
I might not make you, but get you to do the front cover, the rear cover, and the oil pan.
Did you bring them?
No.
You can bring them later. No problem.
Yes, sir. And then, of course, exhaust. That's all me. Front main seal. I do have. I do have the front seal or the front main itself. 10296. Oil pump. I have the. I'm gonna say this is the rear main. Yes, rear
So.
main. And I think
This
I
stuff
have
is
the
all
seal
together.
kit.
I was
Yeah.
about to say I'll give you back whichever one is not on the cover. So
Yeah, that one.
You'll get this stuff back.
That's fine. That works. Push rods, because I would like
So-
for the full assembly.
So we'll check those.
Uh-huh.
75% of the time, the 7400s work.
Okay.
If they don't, we keep 25,000 increments,
Uh-huh.
smaller and larger.
Okay.
So if it doesn't work out, we'll give you those back and we'll give you a little shorter or a little longer. If it works out, again, 75% of the time they do. If they don't, we have ways to fix it.
That works. So I have those. I do have the spring kit to go along with the heads. Push rods, spring kit. Valve cover gaskets. We do have a set of LS7 lifters from GM.
We do.
All of those, lovely. Bearing galore. See, and this is where, if I knew what I was doing, I would enjoy to build a motor. But the bearings and the rings is what gets me. I know it's like 180 degrees difference between each other.
No problem. And then normally they'll have to be file fitted too for
Yeah,
these aftermarket
you fit them to
parts.
the thousandths,
That's
stuff like
something
that.
that-
That's the only thing that I don't know. Everything else, torque specs, degree, raw master timing set. There's the box for the
In the garage?
yeah.
Yeah, they're not in there?
The huh?
The rods are in there, though, right?
Yeah. Oh.
It's in the box. I was just trying to make sure they're in the box,
I
right?
was like, oh.
Well, sometimes they'll put them on the pistons for you, and they'll
Yeah,
put
and
them
then
in the box.
actually do that. Yeah.
This stuff should be right. Part number wise, everything's. So these, your 4-tooth on your upper cam gear has to match with your rear crankshaft gear, and this is matched correctly, both for your year make model and towards each other. So far, everything's good to go.
Cool. Forge rods, if you want to check those out, they do have the numbers inside there.
Good to go.
All right. And lifter trays. I did get a set of those. Make sure I had those. Head bolt kit. That one I did not check. Ooh, you got that nasty, one of those nasty,
Little worm.
the hairy
They're
calipers.
everywhere right now.
Bro, they're nasty. It's the yellow ones, the yellow and black ones.
They're everywhere.
Oh,
We saw some orange and black ones at the cemetery.
yeah.
It's like, oof.
You're good. There's both sides in here, so this is a complete
Both sides?
set.
Cool. And then here I do have the trunnion upgrade
Okay.
kit for the heads. unless that came with valve seats. I don't think it did.
The seal should be in the spring kit.
Yeah, these are the things I didn't open and actually check. Of course, I didn't know.
So
Nice. Perfect. Yeah, so the only thing, I mean, possibly would be what? Maybe one of the, both the valves.
You want to
if
stick
they
with
are,
the original valves?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if these valves are messed up.
No problem.
you know.
If these are two, we do have used replacements that we've taken out of cylinder heads that we've done entire stainless sets on, or we can buy you two brand new GM ones.
That's fine.
So if it's had any damage like this, it's good to replace them.
Just in case, yeah.
Just in case, even if they're straight, if they have any nicks or damage or dings on them that could come up later, it's better to put two in it, and they're not super expensive.
No.
So we can
That's
just
fine.
put two replacements. There are two different types as far as weights go, and we weigh them in order to get the right part number. So
Okay.
they're about 10 grams difference depending on whether it came out of a car or a truck. These actually should be the lighter set, but we'll confirm them when we take them apart. Yep.
Cool. Sounds good with me. And then we do have the beauties here. If you want to move that box.
Here's your keys, by the way.
Oh, there we
Remember
go.
I told you they may be in the piston box?
You know, and I did see that, and I was wondering what they were for. I was like, what are those for? And I get it. To key the actual crank. Nice. What is it key to? I'm assuming the timing set?
For the timing set as well as the damper if you need it.
Okay.
So this aftermarket crankshaft, the main key, that larger key, this long one here, it holds both your lower cam drive gear as well as your oil pump drive unit.
Okay.
And then if you have a stock damper that does not have a key in it, a factory damper, you can just leave this front key out.
Okay.
If you have an aftermarket damper that is keyed,
Yeah, I am
or
going to
like-
get the, is it ARP damper? The one with the white front?
ATI.
Okay, that is it.
Yep.
Okay,
An
so
ATI
yeah,
will be
I am going to get one of those.
So we'll put the key in and have it installed, and if you bring it, we'll install it. If you don't bring it, it'll be ready for you to install.
That's fine. I'll
So
buy it. I'll buy it and bring it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get everything to you. Of course, I was going to use it for the film and stuff like that, but I mean, it's easier for you to be in a setting to where it's controlled and
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
I ain't got to worry about losing anything.
Few things I see that are missing. Little stuff is basically your fasteners. Your new rear cover came with a new set of bolts. Your front one,
I do have the bolts.
Okay.
I can bring all of that stuff. Everything is set
Sure.
and labeled. I do have the front.
whatever you want to bring. If you're going to bring the pan, windows tray, that sort of stuff, bring the fasteners
I
for
do
it.
have the bolts for that.
Also, your front, you need the new the fasteners that went with your front one. And then with these trays, there are 4 small bolts that
Go in the middle, yeah.
that attach those. They're kind of expensive for Chevrolet. They're like $5 or $6 a piece. They're gonna have a little shoulder
Yeah,
on
I
them.
have 'em.
Look, bring those.
Yeah,
No reason to pay for them if they're laying in your
when
garage.
I stripped it down, I labeled every single last bit of it.
Good deal.
So yeah,
bring some extra fasteners if you want that stuff put on. We absolutely have to put those on before the heads are installed. So
Yeah, of course,
so
yeah.
we'll need them. We can use some that we have and exchange them. That way you're not billed for them.
okay.
Everything looks good. I don't see any issues.
Anything out of the ordinary, anything like that?
No,
All right.
no. And let me look at your pistons see
Yeah.
a little more.
I believe they're -3.
So on
Or
the
the dish
-3, so
was-
it's a flat top piston with valve reliefs in it, which is good. And then your bore size is 4070, so that's 5 thousandths bigger than stock, which should work out really well.
Because isn't it like 5 thousandths, 7 thousandths, and then what's the next step up?
It depends on the bores. On these LS3s, they're normally in 5 thousandths increments. So your standard bore is 4065. The next will be 5 thousandths bigger. That's your 4070.
These.
They make 75s, 80s, and 85s.
Okay.
And you really want to go as minimal as you have to.
Before you have to do a sleeve.
Yeah,
stuff
before
like
you
that.
keep going overboard, whatever. If you do need another rebuild later, you have 2 more increments and stock pistons to go
Be able to
if
go
you
up.
ever need to. But for what you're doing, I think you're good to go with all your parts. I don't feel anything crazy in the cylinder that does have the missing chunk in it. So
Yeah, and that's
it
the
should-
one thing when I take it
It should
apart.
clean up fine.
I'm sitting there with my fingernail trying to make sure I didn't feel nothing grab it.
No, it
Yeah.
feels good. I don't feel any cracks or anything. I don't feel any scarring. When we get it apart and clean it, we'll look for that stuff. But at this point, I don't see any crazy issues. This block, your DOD ports are open. There's holes in here. We plug them, So you're not relying on, I don't see a valley cover. When you look at your valley cover, this would have O-rings.
Yeah, I was gonna
that
say
sit
the
on top.
little O-rings on the top. I think I did get the O-rings for the valley cover. I'm not sure, but yeah, it has.
We don't
all
need
the
them
O-rings.
necessarily because we are going to plug these.
Okay.
So if the O-ring is there or not, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because the O-ring no longer will be blocking the oil in that passage because we will block it with an actual screw-in plug. You're no longer relying on an O-ring to control your oil pressure.
Okay.
So we'll plug those up during the build process.
Yeah, because the one thing I did talk to one of the guys, I think it was Lee at Texas Speed. He was telling me the only thing I got to watch out with that melting pump is I'm sitting at high RPMs for a long time. I can blow out a seal possibly, or the oil pan gasket, or front main.
A 296 shouldn't have any kind of problem. These have pretty large oil pans with pretty good capacity. You're not going to suck a bunch of oil out of it.
Yeah,
that would be the choice oil pump to run. So you got the right one to run. That's what I would run on your application. So I wouldn't change anything there.
I had the 10295, I think, to begin with, which
And that's
was
a standard volume.
Yeah,
you know,
the
they-
high pressure standard
Exactly.
volume.
So-
I didn't like the whole thing. Why I did it was because before this even happened, I was gonna do the cam, the trunnion upgrade, and do it with the oil pump on it.
We're talking trunnion upgrade. I don't see any rock arms.
I have them. I have all of them.
Okay,
I will bring them.
Bring them. So
Yeah.
we'll install trunnions. The stands for the cylinder heads. Again, any fasteners, everything you took apart.
Yeah.
The stands that sit on here and the rockers themselves.
Yeah, I have
Bring
all
those.
that set together with the bolts.
If you want us to put valve covers on, bring them.
Okay.
So it's just however far you want us to go together, but we definitely need the fasteners and the small parts. You do have with your trunnion upgrade, you have new bolts that actually hold the rockers on. So you can bring the originals or not, it doesn't matter.
It's
but
just better
but
to-
we,
it holds
we
them on
do-
place
We
easy.
do need the stands and we do need the rockers themselves.
Okay, that works.
Should be pretty good. Your problem's not uncommon. I can go back there and show you. I got an LSA back here with the same deal in there.
Man, you got a lot of blocks here too, and you said you do a lot of stuff with. You said you do a lot of stuff with.
This one came in a couple of years ago. It has the same problem.
Same problem.
So
Wow.
not super crazy.
That's wild.
No problem. We can fix them here.
Cool.
So
You said you do a lot of stuff with mud trucks, man.
yeah, a few. So use military axles, get them high, get big tires on them, and have something else to break.
There you go. What a nice drop. What do they drop? The drop transfer cases or something like
It
that?
depends, it depends on the customers. We use a lot of the STS cases, which is like a 12.5 inch, a 12.66 drop. And then they go up from there. They make them even taller.
Wow.
So it just depends on your chassis and tire size and what you're running on them. But
How far they want to go.
exactly. So
There you go. Man, just like that. We back home. Nah, just like, it's like a whole different week, whole another day, whatever. But what we were doing, dropping off the motor, got everything dropped off, taken care of. We're about a week and a half in, maybe 2 weeks now from the last time we spoke. But the motor is there. It's being built. I haven't heard any update. I need to get with him. I gotta go drop off some parts anyways. So I'll just get an update video then. But until then, this thing right here, I've got to get started on the bumper. I've got to clean those headlights and get the RGBs in. Y'all be seeing that. I've got to do the wicker bill wing, get this whole car cleaned. We also got to get it taken up to Lethal Performance in San Antonio, or in Shirts, just north of San Antonio. I need to get the car tuned, or an actual base map put on it, to get everything, started, set up, whatever. Make sure there's no leaks, no nothing, bleeding the clutch, burping the coolant system. But yeah, so I'm gonna give you a couple updates and we'll see how it is. I got something that I did purchase that I'll be showing y'all I can make content with, have fun with, and go out with other people and meet new people with. So y'all be seeing that here shortly. So stay tuned for that. But until then, peace out. Y'all have a blessed day and happy Mother's Day, because this will be going out right before Mother's Day. So yeah, peace out.